here's Brody Brazil.
You know, normally I don't think this would be such a big deal, but it's a story I've covered before. It's all about who's behind this arena and how the negotiations went up in Reno to get some public subsidies approved to get groundbreaking, they say, underway for this Reno Arena at Grand Sierra Resort. Underway, yeah. Next month, June of 2025, apparently they'll be doing some groundbreaking. But this story kind of goes back a couple summers ago. They pitched the idea of putting an arena there, a golf driving range. You saw some of those Bellagio-like fountains. Yeah, that was Taylor Swift on your screen. They think they're going to draw the Taylor Swift concert to this brand new Reno Arena. I'm not laughing at that. I'm just saying the ambitions are high. This looks more like a Southern Nevada type thing for Las Vegas than it does Reno. But yeah, the University of Nevada's basketball team's going to play there. Oh, a certain hockey team that Alex Meruelo owns. Oh yeah, Alex Meruelo, owner of the Grand Sierra Resort, probably going to relocate his AHL Tucson Roadrunners up to Reno. But yeah, they have grand plans for the Grand Sierra Resort Arena. This was coverage from just last summer. And again, at that point, this story, these developments were already about a year old. But in July of 2024, NevadaSportsNet.com said the Grand Sierra Resort last week released new artist renderings and a video promoting its proposed Reno Arena that would be home to the Nevada men's basketball team as a main tenant. I think they only play like 20-something games a year there, with additional concerts and shows at the 10,000-plus seat arena. And by the way, throw in that hockey team, you can almost guarantee that they are bound to relocate. Grand Sierra Resort is owned by Alex Meruelo, who bought the property in 2011 and recently, about a year ago, sold his NHL franchise for $1 billion, which could be used, that $1 billion amount, to help pay for the projected $1 billion investment into the Grand Sierra Resort, which also would include a multi-level golf hitting bay, an ice hockey facility, affordable housing, a new hotel tower, and a 3,000-spot parking center. Right? So this is the same Alex Meruelo who used to own the Coyotes, couldn't find them a forever home, kind of didn't have it work out in Glendale where they had to play 2 temporary seasons at ASU's hockey rink, a capacity of 5,000. The NHL came in and said, we can't do this anymore without a plan. We need to buy the team from you. We need to turn around and sell the Coyotes to the Smith Entertainment Group, turned it into the Utah Hockey Club. Now they're called the Utah Mammoth. And then Alex Meruelo was offered the chance to keep the Coyotes, to get them back. All he needed to do in 5 years was produce an arena in Arizona, and the league would give him his team back. And he decided to take the $1 billion and walk away and not commit to building anything else. So maybe he had this idea all along, like he was going to take the $1 billion and get me out of Arizona, get me up to Reno, where I own the Grand Sierra Resort. You're right around the corner from Tahoe. I was just up there actually on a trip to Reno, flying out of there. And yeah, you could understand why maybe he's trying to capitalize on an area that doesn't have something like this, and he wants to kind of dominate that market. Thing is, about a summer ago, it was kind of hinted at, maybe even promised, that this project could get done entirely without public financing. Because, again, Meruelo just acquired $1 billion for selling his hockey team, and he just turned that around and invested in this project on his own land, doing his own thing. From News 4, the NBC station in Reno, developers behind a massive arena project at Reno's Grand Sierra Resort, this was about a summer ago, last summer, intend to ask the city of Reno for public financing to help pay for the project, a change from previous commitments that UNR, University of Nevada, Reno President Brian Sandoval, that no public funding would be used, right? So it was kind of put out there initially like they're going to do this, they're not going to have the public pay for it, and if you don't believe me, here's the president, Mr. Sandoval.
And as I mentioned, there will be no public dollars invested in the construction of this facility. Alex mentioned.
I think he just said, as I mentioned, as Alex mentioned, but I think what he meant to say was the school would not be paying for this or nobody would be paying out of their pocket. But it turns out that just as of a couple days ago, as you're watching this, Reno City Council members, this is current, they just voted to approve $61 million in public tax incentives, this is on Wednesday, for the Grand Sierra Resort's major arena and redevelopment project. Now, you're about to find out that $61 million is a lot less than they were asking for. It's certainly not up to the $1 billion range of the total cost of this. But it's interesting how it went from privately financed to, we're taking that back. We're going to ask for public money. And now there was some negotiation here to get to $61 million. Multiple deal points changed, though, in recent months as the process advanced. For example, the initial ask of $100 million in tax increment financing, I'll talk about a TIF in just a second, that was lowered to the $68.1 million amount, which again turns into about 61 here as it's now been approved. Also, GSR, Grand Sierra Resort, initially sought to take advantage of the reimbursement through 2055. Spread it out over a very long time, but the deal was approved Wednesday and it runs through only 2035, so only a 10-year portion and span, which is the expiration of the redevelopment area that was created in 2005. The redevelopment area that already exists where they want to build this arena and more onto the resort. After hearing over 3 hours of mostly supportive public comments and more than an hour of questions and debate, council members in Reno voted 5-2 to move forward with a tax increment financing agreement with GSR. Council members Kathleen Taylor and Megan Ebert voted no. The vote came after city council members negotiated with GSR owner Alex Meruelo during the meeting. He promised, in return as part of this deal, sounds like there was some negotiation. His ask came down and his give went up. Now, you can judge how much it went up here, but he promised to give the land for Fire Station 21, currently leased by the city, to Reno's Redevelopment Agency, so he gave away land to the city, and also agreed to donate 5% of the tax increment financing dollars to youth sports in the region. Alex had this quote, which I found interesting. "This is my legacy. It's what I want to give back to Reno. I could invest here or I could invest in Vegas." He does own some properties, obviously, in Vegas too. And I've been asked many times, why don't you put the money in Vegas where it would be a better investment? And that's a true statement. But I love Reno and I want to be here, period. It's kind of like take it or leave it, Reno. I'm the one here that's trying to do something for you, when in fact he is bringing a lot of money, but he's also asking for whatever he can get out of this deal. Sounds like it started off at $100 million. He's going to get about $60 million out of this, maybe some other perks and benefits along the way. But if you're going to ask for $60 million or any money and get something back, he's probably pretty pleased with how this went. Now, let me just say, I get asked a lot because of videos here on this channel about thoughts on public funding for sports stadiums and arenas. And it always depends who owns this. Like, from my understanding, GSR is going to own this arena. This has nothing to do with the city or the county or the state getting anything. So this is kind of just a straight up benefit to a private property and project. Yes, it's going to generate revenue and money for the economy and jobs and all that stuff. But basically, it is a perk to a private owner, hotel, business, and entity. It depends basically on all the different variables. There's no one-size-fits-all answer. Of course, you hate to see hundreds, even dozens of millions of dollars going to something that doesn't make sense. Sometimes, though, you got to give a little bit to get something back, right? You have to put some fuel on the fire to make it burn and stay warm. The TIF here is based on 10 years of property taxes, not sales taxes, and there obviously is a limit on this. So the property taxes are inherently going to go up because of the new projects and the new construction. They don't exist before this. It's not a matter of sales taxes, which won't be recouped by the city, by the county. Those will. So the city and county is going to benefit, should benefit, from the sales taxes they take, everything that goes on here at this arena. From what I understand, that's the way this TIF works. It's based on property tax, not sales tax, so there is some benefit for Reno. By the way, Meruelo Gaming, one of their spokespeople, said that groundbreaking, they're going to push for that to happen in June, like a month away. Wait, the same month that the A's will be groundbreaking in Las Vegas, this arena will be groundbreaking in Reno? Who knows? But it says Meruelo Gaming says they want to start moving forward on this ASAP because they want that Nevada men's basketball team playing in there, I think, by the 2027 season. The expectation you'd have to think in all of this is that not only will Nevada basketball play there, but Alex Meruelo, he used to own the Coyotes and the Tucson Roadrunners, the NHL's affiliate, the AHL affiliate, the Tucson Roadrunners were of the Arizona Coyotes. They're still the affiliate, but of the, I almost said Utah Hockey Club, they're the affiliate of the Utah Mammoth. So many moving parts here. The Roadrunners right now are in Arizona. They're probably going to get moved to Reno because if they actually start building this Reno Arena and Meruelo owns the team, there's no way he's paying rent for it to be down in Arizona when he runs this hotel. He'd rather have people and teams come stay at his hotel, visit his arena, have more dates. It's a no-brainer that the Tucson Roadrunners, if this arena gets underway, the Tucson Roadrunners are moving to Reno, like no question about that. And I will say this, going back to the whole public subsidies piece, should there be any money flowing to a project like this, at least Reno negotiated. So many times we see an offer made, a team threaten, a person threaten, we're going to leave, we're not going to do this, take it or leave it. I mean, it sounds like Reno knocked Meruelo down about $30-40 million and got some other things as part of this and is going to benefit from a deal like this where they get to recoup all the sales tax on site. So at least Reno negotiated and got some things out of this that they wanted. Now, I'm not deep in the weeds on all the details, so I can't tell you for sure good or bad deal. I'm just here to let you know that the former Coyotes owner did get an arena approved. It's just not in Arizona. It's up in northern Nevada, and he's getting some help from the public to get it finished. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments section below. Also, thumbs up on this video. Really appreciate that. Helps me, this video, this channel. And one more thing, don't forget to subscribe. That way I can definitely see you back here next time.